Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in the Jot 'em Down store still trying to decide what to do with Grandpap's money.
Well, now, Lum, we've got to do something with that money Grandpappy Spears give us. We can't just keep it.
I know we can, but I ain't sure just what to do with it yet.
Well, Grandpap told us what to do with it. Said for us to sell him $200 worth of them insulated bananas limited.
Consolidated bananas.
Well, whatever it is, I don't know the different kinds of bananas. All I know is that Grandpap said we was in a stock exchange business, so we had to sell him that stock.
Yeah, but we can't sell him what we ain't got. Only stock we got's our, Jot 'em Down store stock.
Well, you said something about that you might could call long distance and buy that other stock for him from the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, I know. But somehow or other, I just hate to see that $200 get away from us. What Grandpap ought to do is invest it in our own stock right here in Pine Ridge. He ought to have more hometown pride in the community.
Yeah. All I know is he'll be madder'n a wet setting hen if he finds out you ain't did nothing with his money yet.
Yeah, we slipped on the bananas.
I never.
Well,
Where?
I mean, we slipped up by not buying them for him.
Huh?
Of course, to be honest, the reason I ain't done it is 'cause I want to have another try at talking Grandpap into switching over and buying our stock.
Well, sure, I wish we could do that natural, yeah.
We need a big plunger like him. That $200 would give us a good start.
Oh, it would, ain't no
Other
doubt
folks hear
that.
about him plunging that way, and they'd want to follow suit.
Why, sure. Oh, we sold so far just that one share of Moe's Moots for $10. And he'd love to sell that back to us.
Well, we sold him 2 shares to Cedric.
Yeah, but we sold them back to him, though, and lost $20
Well,
on
don't
the deal.
go into that. I just mentioned that he bought some.
All right, just kind of figure.
Yeah, of course, Grandpap ain't gonna buy our stock long as we keep the price quotations on our stock down to 8.
No.
Mose ain't gonna sell his neither, I know that. Mose would die for it if he'd take that $2 loss.
Oh, yeah, that pinch penny.
He'll hang on to that stock waiting for it to go back up to 10 if he has to live to be 160 to do it. He'd do that.
Is it going to take that long for our stock to go up again?
Oh, no, it'll go up just quick as we sell all them 1,000 shares we had printed up, and then take the money and make our store over into a big department store and then start showing some profit.
Well, that's when our stock will go up, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe that Mose never missed it so very far at that. I say I don't think Mose missed it very far at that. He's 60 now on the subtract 60 from 160. Let me get a pencil there.
Oh, now, don't start being so pessimistical. We'll get the hang of this stock exchange business in no time at all. We'll learn the ropes if we just wait long enough.
Well, if we don't have to take them ropes and hang ourselves... wait a minute. Look out there, Lum.
What's the matter?
Grandpappy Spears.
Oh, him. Good.
I know the first thing he'll do is ask how his consolidated banana stock's doing. We better get out of here. That's what we better do.
No, now, wait. I told you I wanted to have a chance to talk him into buying our stock instead.
Yeah, but what are you going to tell him when he asked about them limited bananas?
Oh, I'll just tell him that
slipped on them?
No, well, I'll just tell him at the last minute I decided not to sell him that stock because I could see it was going to take a drop.
Oh.
And I can tell him it did drop, and then he'll respect my business judgment and thank me for saving his money, and then he'll listen to me when I advise him to buy our stock.
Well, you know how stubborn-headed he is, old Lum. And he loves bananas, too.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well, he bought $200 money out with him, so he comes off saying nothing. Yeah, howdy. Well, sir, I final made it. Yes, sir, old Milford Aver Spears final made it. All my life I've always had a hankering to be a millionaire for some reason or other, and now I finally made it. Well, are you sure you're a millionaire, Grandpap? I've made a fortune, ain't I? And when you made a fortune, by Jiminy, you're a pigeon-toed millionaire. That's me, Milford Spears, the Banana King. Here, Lum, have a banana. One for you too, Abner. Oh, go ahead and eat them. There ain't a seed in them nowhere. Much obliged, Grandpap. Yes, sir, I've made my fortune in banana. So by Jiminy, I'm going to see that all my friends gets banana conscious. Hey, doggy, this is good, you know it?
Well, Grandpap, you see, that is, you ain't exactly made your fortune yet, hardly.
Why, I have done it. I've made it. This is the best banana I ever ate, Grandpap.
Well, Grandpap, I'm afraid you don't understand just how the stock exchange business works. You see, it takes time and all that. For instance, that consolidated banana stock you own has taken a drop since yesterday.
You got another banana, Grandpap.
What do you mean taking a drop? That stock's went up.
Huh?
Yes, sir. I couldn't wait till I got over here this morning, so Dick Huddleston called up someplace and found out for me. That bow-legged banana stock has leaped up like a spavined-legged kangaroo. I'm a millionaire, I tell you. Well, I'll be a polka-dotted possum. Grandpap, are you sure about this?
Of course I am. Call up Dick Huddleston if you don't believe me. Wait a minute. How come you fellers don't know that? You're a stock exchange, ain't you?
Well, yeah, but, our telegraph outfit was busted this morning.
Busted? Why, it's working all right a minute ago.
Catch up, Abner.
Why, Jiminy, it feels good to be rich. Have another banana, Abner. Eat all you want. They won't hurt you. Don't mind if I do. Are these them consolidated bananas? Yeah, they must be. The rate I'm making money off of them, I must own half the bananas in this country by now. You know what I'm going to do, Abner? No, what? I'm going to write to the company and have them stamp my name on every single banana they make. Well, good for you, Grandpa. You better tell them not to stamp too hard, though. Them things squash pretty easy, I think. Oh, I don't care if they do squash a few of them, rich as I am. Lum, old boy, let me shake your hand. You're the feller that made me rich by selling me that stock. I'll never forget you for this. No, sir.
Well, Grandpap, there's something I ought to explain to you, sort of.
Oh, that can wait, Lum, old friend. I just wanted to sit around and feel rich for a while. By the way, is anything you fellers want? A new house or a gold watch or a airplane or a saxophone or something like that? How about it, Abner? Well, you ain't got any more bananas with you, have you? No, but I can write to my company and tell them to send you all you can eat. Tell them to send me a stock. All right, sir. I'll do that. Dog it, I love them. I think of something else you want now. Yeah, let's see, y'all. I gotta figure out ways to spend all this money I've made so that I don't have to pay so much income taxes. Oh, well, if it'll help you any, Grandpap, let's see, I don't believe we've got an airplane. Well, I don't know how to drive one of them, don't either. Oh, I'll hire an airplane driver to learn you how. Now, what do you want, Mom? Make it something expensive.
Well, Grandpap, there's something I ought to tell you.
Reckon you could get me a red airplane, Grandpap. Red's always been my favorite color.
Abner, for goodness sakes, Grandpap can't buy you no red airplane or no other color.
I can, done it. I'll get you two of them if you want them, Abner. One for yourself and one for your woman. Take a trip together. No, I don't know, Grandpap. I don't believe you could ever get Elizabeth in one of them contraptions. You know how conservative and old-timey she is.
Aye, Granny, this is Winsboro now. I'm going to put a stop to this silly talk right here.
Well, I know how you feel, but it ain't no more'n right that I share my fortune with you. After all, you was the fellers that helped me make it. You and the bananas. Well, we're just proud to have did it for you, Grandpap, old pal. And I know the bananas are, too.
Abner, what in the world's the matter with you? Grandpap ain't got no fortune, and you know it.
Doggy Lum, you can't talk to my old friend and chum that way. Don't forget, he's a banana king.
Abner, don't you recollect what we was talking about before Grandpap come in here?
Huh?
You know what I mean. Something we supposed to do and never done.
Well, let's see now, what was that? I was supposed to sleep out this morning, but I done that. Well, I've got to be running along. I want to go around and see some other friends and hand out a few more bananas.
Well, now, wait a minute, Grandpap. Before you go, I want to give you something. Here are your $200.
Oh, no, you keep it. I don't want it, Lum. He don't need it, Lum.
Well, don't this mean nothing to you, Grandpap? Don't you know what that $200 is? Why, sure, some of the profit you made for me on my banana stock, but I don't want to tote it around with me. From now on, I want you to handle all my money. You've proved to me that I couldn't get a smarter financials in the whole country. If I want to buy anything, I'll just send the bills to you. Well, now, wait a minute, Grandpap. I want you to take this $200 because it belongs to you. I know it does, but I don't want it, Lum. Just take that 200 and slap a few thousand more with it and buy me a whole lot more Consolidated Bananas Limited. Yeah, I see you fellas limited.
Yeah, so long, King, old boy.
Well, just a second, Grandpap.
That dog is he's happy, ain't he? What do you know about that? I never thought I'd live to know a millionaire's personal. I'm sure glad he's my friend.
Abner, for goodness sakes, he ain't no millionaire. Don't you recollect we never got that stock for him? He don't own a nickel's worth of that stock.
Oh, wait a minute, that's right. How come me to forget that?
What did he mean when he went out the door and said goodbye limited?
Oh, he's got that banana stock on his mind. I wonder he hadn't said goodbye bananas.
For a millionaire.
He's thirsty over stuff like that.
Well, when he got to talking about buying you an airplane there, you just got carried away with your trouble.
Well, Lum, we ought to have told him we never bought that stock.
Well, what do you think I was trying to do there? He just wouldn't listen.
Well, what are we going to do now?
I don't know, but I think the thing for us to do is to take Grandpap's $200 and scrape out every cent we can get.
And skip out, huh?
No, sink the whole thing in bananas. All right, Grannies, we might as well all be millionaires. Granny's, Abner, I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store talking on the telephone. Listen.
All right, Miss Quincy, what else now? 1 sack of yellow cornmeal. No, Mom, we ain't got no apples right now. We're going to have some bananas in pretty quick, though. Well, I don't know exactly when, but if things keep going like they have been, we ought to have this store plumb full of bananas in a day or two. Yes, Mama, I'll save you some. There'll be plenty, don't worry. Anything else now? Doggies, wait a minute. I've got to hang up. I see the Banana King coming now. Milford Spears. Why, sure, didn't you know? Oh, he's rich as anything at all now. Lots of money, yes, Mom.
Oh, my goodness alive. Sakes.
Well, I don't know exactly. I'll send the order out as quick as I can. Well, it's too hot to walk around in the middle of the day delivering groceries, Miss Quincy. I'll bring them over along late in the shank of the evening when it's cooler.
Hurry up, Abner. I want to talk with you.
Well, I'll get them over. Don't worry. All right. Goodbye. Well, how's the old Banana King today?
Don't mention bananas to me.
I'm
wiped out, Abner. I'm ruined.
Ruined?
I'm a finance has-been. A millionaire yesterday and a bum today.
Wait a minute. What in the world are you talking about, Grandpap?
Ain't you saw the latest reports on Consolidated Bananas Limited?
Why, no. Has something went wrong?
Went wrong? It just dropped I don't know how many points. All I know is the bottom fell out of it.
The bottom fell out of what?
The stock, the bananas.
Huh?
I don't know. I'm ruined. I know that. I'm a penniless pigeon-toed varmint. That's all there are to it.
Doggy, are you sure about this, Grandpap?
Just as sure as I'm standing here without a nickel in my pocket.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, why did I let you fellas put all my profits back into the stock? Why did I do it? Why?
Just a minute, Grandpap. Why, dogged, if you're ruined, we're ruined too. You sure now there ain't no mistake about this?
No, sir. No, sir, ain't no mistake. I had Dick Huddleston get the report for me again right direct.
Oh, my goodness, this is awful. How'll I ever explain it to Elizabeth?
Well, what do you have to explain it to her for? She don't care whether I'm a broke, penniless bum or not.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about me. I taken some of Elizabeth's money, sneaked it out of the sugar bowl there in the kitchen safe, bought some of that banana stock with it.
You did?
Oh, Lord me, yes. Me and Lum scraped together every cent we could find and sank the whole batch of it into bananas.
Oh, well, you didn't lose as much as I did, though. I must have lost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, that might be, Grandpap, but I know that I bound you were just as broke as you are now.
Yeah, we're bums now, Abner, that's all we are. Just a couple of stabbing-legged bums.
Oh, me. Well, Lum's one too, then.
Where's Lum at? I want to bawl him out for letting me get wiped out this way.
What now, Grandpap, don't go putting all the blame on him. He tried to give you your money yesterday and you wouldn't take it. Thought you were so smart, knowed everything.
Well, he claimed he was such a all-fired smart financial, he talked me into letting him handle all my investments for me.
He never done no such a thing.
He done it. And now look, he ain't even got enough money left to put in a call for a room at the poor farm.
Well, we'll get there some way, don't worry. Even if we have to walk.
Yeah, I'll never make it. Why did they always have them poor farms on the other side of the hill?
I don't know.
Go over the hill to the poor farm every time.
Walk up one side, you can roll down the other. You can't make it.
Man, it's been as rich as I have for one day and then lose as much as I have the next. Just ain't no good for nothing else. Special walking.
Well, I know how you feel, Grandpap, but don't take it so hard. I don't care if you ain't able to buy me that red airplane. I never actually wanted one no ways, I don't think.
I'm ruined. No good nothing.
Yeah, I'll be ruined too, quick as Elizabeth finds out I've done lost all her money. Oh me, oh me, oh me.
Where did you say Lum was at?
I don't know, Grandpap ain't got the least idea in the world. He ought to have been here an hour ago.
Yeah. He's more than likely skipped the country by now.
Skipped the country?
Why, sure. He's taken our money and went to Mexico or something.
Well, now, wait a minute. He's just as broke as we are, Grandpap. He put all of his money into bananas, too.
Well, why ain't he here then?
I don't know. I ain't got the least idea. I bound you he's here's what's happened to the stock, and he's out wandering around trying to suicide himself.
Yeah, serves him right, the varmint.
Now, Grandpap, you watch what you're saying there now.
Well, if it hadn't been for that flat-footed critter and his knock-kneed finance advice, I wouldn't be a stabbing-legged bum today.
He never done it on a purpose. Buying that stock was your own idea.
Yeah. Let's just sit here and worry about it.
I'm going to worry. I'll tell you that's all I can do.
Whereabouts do you reckon Lum's went to suicide himself?
I don't know, but we better get out of here and hurry up and find him. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Let's go out and find him right now.
Yeah, we've got to save him. Got to do it.
Save him? Save him nothing. I just want to find him to see to it that he does a good job of it this time. All the other times he's went out to suicide himself, he's backed down at the last minute.
Now, listen here, Grandpappy Spears. You can't talk about Lum that way. If you say one more thing again him, I'm going to whop you right on top of your pumpkin head, too.
What's going on here?
So, as I know one thing, if Lum has suicided himself already, you're going to be sorrowful for what you said, Grandpappy Spears.
Well, as far as I know, Lum ain't suicided himself.
Well, you can't never tell about a feller. Why, Lum, it's you.
Why, yeah, who'd you expect it was? Christopher Columbus?
No, but, doggone, I'm glad to see you're still alive and in one piece.
What's all this talk about me suiciding myself?
Well, you know what happened with the banana stock, all that.
Oh, you done found out, huh?
Yeah. Just plain bums, that's all we are.
Well, I'm sorry.
Broke bums, in fact.
I done the best I could.
Yeah, well, we ain't blaming you none, Lum.
Who says we ain't?
Hush up, Grandpap.
I don't know how to explain it to you, but...
Hard on the head, I'll break both your ankles.
Well, I called the stock exchange there at Little Rock, but I just couldn't seem to get nowhere. To be honest, I couldn't hardly understand what them financials were talking about even.
It's all right, Lum. It wasn't your fault. You never made the stock take such an awful drop.
I know, but I kept trying to make him understand that I wanted to buy. What'd you say? The stock taking an awful drop.
Clean down to rock bottom. Well, wait a minute. Didn't you know that?
Why, sure. Sure, natural. How far did it drop? I know all that. Sure.
Yeah, we're right long, just plumb right. I'll never be able to face Elizabeth again.
I'm
Never.
complete wiped out. Finance has been.
Broke down bums. That's
Well,
what
now,
we
wait a
did.
minute. I've got some good news for you fellers.
What is it? Did you get us a reservation at the poor farm?
No, something way yonder better than that. Here, Grandpap, here's that $200 you give me to invest the other day.
Where in the world did you get that, Lum?
And here, Abner, is every cent of money you give me.
Well, I'll be dead blamed. How did you get this, Lum?
Well, don't forget, when you turned your money over to me, you was handing it to one of the smartest financials there is.
That dog is you sure are.
Yeah, I just knowed the stock market good enough to see what was coming, so I never invested none of it.
Well, good for you. I know that you're a finance genius. That's what you are. Wait a minute. Here comes Dick Huddleston. I'm going to tell him how smart you are.
Oh, now don't.
I will.
Don't go bragging on me. Just embarrasses me.
Well, howdy, fellas. How the big stockbrokers this morning?
Oh, pretty good, I reckon, Dick.
Pretty good. We're wonderful. And Lum's the wonderfulest one of all of us.
Yeah, I ain't wiped out after all, Richard. Lum saved my money for me.
Well, good for you, Lum. No, I didn't know until yesterday that you were selling stock over here.
Well, actually, the only stock we're selling is our own, Jot 'em Down store stock.
Oh, I didn't even know you had a permit, Lum.
Yeah, we've been, permit to do what?
Why, to incorporate and sell stock.
Well, there ain't nobody in this but me and Abner, and we is both for it, so we never seen no reason to incorporate.
Well, you've got to have a permit, Lum. You've got to take it up with the Commission of Corporations, and then if they pass on it, why, the Secretary of State will issue a charter giving you a permit to incorporate and sell stock.
Wait a minute. You mean what we've did's again the law?
Well, it's a federal offense.
Oh, my goodness.
How much of your stock have you sold?
Well, let's see. All we got out now is just one share.
Yeah, that's all.
Mose Mooch has got that.
Well, you better get that back from Mo as quick as you can then, and just hope the authorities don't find out anything about this.
And that's right. Let me call Mose
Yeah,
up
that's
right
the thing
now.
to do. Get him on the phone, Lum. Tell him we got to have that stock back.
Yeah, we can burn up them other stocks we ain't sold.
Why, sure, Doggett. I don't know if I'm a millionaire, a bum, or a jailbird, or nothing no more. I'd love to get this all settled.
Hello, Mose.
In jail rich or out poor or something.
This is Lum. Say, Mose, about that share stock you've been wanting us to buy back. Yeah, well, I think the market's just right for you to sell.
Just tell him we want it back.
How's that? You done what? Well, who is it? Oh, my goodness.
What's the matter, Lum?
Goodbye.
What's the matter?
Mo sold it to some stranger a while ago. Don't even know what his name was. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store talking on the telephone.
Well, I just thought maybe you happened to be hanging around the barber shop that day, Charlie. Well, I thought you was playing checkers. Yeah, well, see, all we know is that Mose Moot sold his share of stock to some stranger, and we're trying to find out who it is. Uh-huh. Well, I ain't got time to listen to all that. I just thought you might have saw him, Charlie.
Hey, Abner. Oh.
Yeah.
Never seen you talking on the phone. Hurry up.
Yeah, well, much obliged anyway, Charlie. All right, goodbye. Doggy, it ain't no use, Lum. We'll never find out who's got that one share of stock. Charlie Redfield never even saw whoever it was.
Well, I've got something to tell you. I found out who's got it.
You have?
Yes, sir. Ulysses S. Quincy's got it.
Ulysses? Why, he ain't no stranger.
I know he ain't, but this stranger, whoever he was, sold it to Ulysses. He bought it from Mose for $10 and sold it to Ulysses for $25.
For the land's sake. Doggy, he must have been some talker to get that much money out of old Ulysses. That's one time when Ulysses must have said okay when he oughtn't to have done it.
Yeah, well, this feller was sort of a city slicker. Leastways, according to Tom Foster.
City slicker.
Tom seen the whole thing. That's who I found out from.
Well, then, let's go over to Ulysses' place and get it back from him.
Well, where do you think I've been for the last 2 hours?
Was you over there?
I stood out there by his barn and argued with him, pleaded with him, but he just won't sell.
He ain't finally got around to painting that barn of his head.
No, he was looking for somebody.
Oh.
And out there's a can of paint and a brush.
He's been looking for somebody to paint that barn for 10 years.
I don't know why he don't just paint it himself.
I don't either.
I even offered him $35 for it. But this other feller told him it was a wonderful stock and he ought to hang on to it till it went up to several $1,000s. I grant he's hanging on to it, too.
Well,
couldn't pry that loose from him with a stick of dynamite.
Well, I know. Let me call him up and talk to him.
It ain't no use, Abner. I give him some of the best arguments you ever heard. But the more I argued, the stubborner he got.
Oh, yeah, that Ulysses, he's stubborn as a blue-nosed mule when he sets his head to do it.
Just like arguing with a stump on fire.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, why don't we just offer him about $50 for it? We ought to be able to borrow that much money somewhere. We got to get it.
He ain't selling at no price. He's bound and determined to hang on to it.
Well, I know this. What are we going to do, Lum? Dick Huddleston said that's a federal offense for selling stock without a permit.
I know.
They'll slap us right smack dab in the penalty.
And that share of stock is the one piece of evidence against.
I know it. That's why we got to get it.
Just got to get hold of it some way.
Well, I know. Let me see about this. Now, what can we do? Let's see. What would I do if I was Ulysses? There's a good way to approach that, I believe.
His Uncle Henry Lunsford's out of town. You're the town marshal. Count of you being the deputy. So maybe you better go over there and tell Ulysses that he's got to sell that share of stock back or you're going to arrest him.
You arrest him for what? He ain't done nothing against the law, has he?
Well, if you tell him to do something and he won't do it, that'd be resisting the officer, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I reckon it would, but I still don't believe I got no right to tell him to do a thing like that. If he has to sell a share of stock or I'll arrest him.
All right. You're the kind of a feller that don't want to help out his friends. Special when one of them's you. Yeah,
well, I'd like to help us the worst way, natural, but this ain't nothing I can do, Lum. Ulysses bought the stock and paid for it. It's his'n. Me or nobody else can't make him sell it less than he wants to, I don't believe.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
No, couldn't do it.
I'm just getting desperate here, it looks like.
Well, when did Uncle Henry go out of town? I never knowed nothing about that.
Oh, he left yesterday. So that puts you in full charge.
Well, I bogey, it's a good thing I found out about it. I better put my badge on. See, now, where'd I put that thing?
I think it's in the cash drawer. Granny, how are you going to get that stock back?
Yeah, here it is, right here. I just went ahead and give that out as change to somebody. Or to get some brass polish and shine that thing up a little, I believe.
You know,
it's brass.
If worse comes to worse, what we might have to do is just break in over there of a night and get that stock.
Yeah, that's pretty. Look at that deputy right there. You mean steal it?
Well, we wouldn't have to steal it. Just take the stock and leave $25 there in its place, maybe. That way, he wouldn't be out nothing.
No, he wouldn't be out no money.
Then we could burn the stock certificate up, like we burned them others. There wouldn't be no evidence against us then.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good idea, Lum. I believe you got something there. When do you want to do it? Tonight? Or wait a minute here. What's the matter with us? We got to be more careful.
What do you mean, more careful?
Well, we've got to lower... Oh, that won't help nothing. Neither. Here we are talking about robbing somebody's place right in front of the town marshal, Lum.
Huh?
Don't forget, I'm the head law officer in this town now.
Oh, Granny, that's right.
Well, sure. They go over there and rob Ulysses' place, I'm bound to see the whole thing. And I'd have to arrest both of us.
Yeah.
Of course, you might could run away, but I know I couldn't. No matter where I'd run, I'd keep right up with me. I know that.
Well, now, wait a minute, Eddards.
And if I was to put myself in jail, I'd have to stay in there with me. give myself a 3rd degrees and torture me and all that. No, that idea's out, Lum. Better forget about the blues.
Well, now, wait a minute, Abner.
No.
I don't see no reason why you can't take your badge off while we're breaking in. Just not be the town marshal till we get the job done.
And leave this town without no law officer at all? Well, I couldn't do that, Lum. No telling what might happen. Whole town might run wild. Somebody might even rob the Jot 'em Down store. No, I couldn't chance that. Better not try it, no.
Abner, I don't know why you're trying to make so much trouble for her. I'm just trying to get us out of this mix-up we're in.
Well, that's one thing I can't do, though, Lum. When I taken this job as deputy, I swore I'd uphold the law and all that stuff. Held up my hand on it, in fact.
All right, I'll tell you what we can do. You can appoint somebody else as deputy for the night we do the breaking in and turn your badge over to him.
Well, if I'd done that, though, I'd want to appoint some good friend of mine, somebody
Well,
I
that's
could trust.
Natural.
Well, then he's liable to catch us doing a robbing. Be embarrassing to have your best friend arrest you, wouldn't it?
Oh, for goodness sake, we can find somebody that won't arrest us. Somebody that's too lazy or too ignorant or something.
Well, I don't know who that'd be around this town. There's an awful lot of smart fellas around.
characters.
Oh, well, howdy, Cedric. Come on in. No, I don't know where we'd ever find anybody. Doggy's here. Wait a minute.
That's just what I was thinking.
Cedric, old boy.
Oh, yes, Mom.
How would you like to be the town marshal of Pine Ridge?
Oh.
No, now, I'm serious about this. Now, quit twisting and squirming like a feller being pestered by a wasp, Cedric.
Yeah, you can be the law officer of this town for one whole night, even.
Why, sure. And you can wear the badge, too, Cedric.
Can I show enough?
Yes, sir. Look at that. Ain't that
Let me
pretty?
see that.
Right there. That's deputy. Right there. Deputy.
I can read that from here.
Here, I'll give it to you. You can pin it on your overalls there. Right up there.
Don't. You sure I got talents for this job?
For this job, you're just exactly the man we want, Cedric. Of course, I don't know yet just which night it's going to be. We've got to make some plans first, Cedric.
Yeah, and we got to find out where he keeps it, too.
Yeah.
What are you fellas aiming on doing?
Why, we're going... Oh, nothing. That's all, Cedric. Did you ask him where he keeps it, Mom?
No, I never thought to ask him that. Now, I'm feared if I ask him now, he might get suspicious.
Why, sure, yeah, that's right.
I know something we might could do. Why don't you call him up and tell him that Uncle Henry's out of town, so you're in charge now, and you hear there's some robbers in town, so you want to know where he keeps his valuables, so you can protect them.
Oh, I reckon I could do that. Yeah, what's that ring there? 2 shorts and a long?
2 shorts and a long.
Yeah, I thought that was right. Doggers, wait a minute here. I better have my badge here, Cedric, so this will be official.
Will I get it back again?
I'll give it back. Hand it here. I just want to pin it on.
Get it all.
Now, here. Yeah, that's the way she comes on. Hello? Who is this? Ulysses? Well, this is Abner Peabody, and I'm the town marshal now. Uncle Henry's out of town. Yeah, well, the reason I'm telling you this, Ulysses, I happen to know there's a couple of robbers in town. Yeah. And I thought I'd better call you up and find out where you keep your valuables. Yeah, so I can just sort of keep an eye on them. Oh, I don't know. Such things as, as your stock certificates and, stock certificates, for instance. In the parlor, huh? Oh. Uh-huh. All right, Ulysses. I'll watch things for you. Yeah, not at all. Goodbye. He keeps it in the secretary there in the parlor, huh?
Well, good. Now we can figure out what'd be the best night.
Yeah.
Can I have the badge back now, Mr. F?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, there, Cedric.
What you like? Well, I better get home now and load my shotgun.
Well, you don't need to do that, Cedric.
Oh, yes, Mom, I do. Just leave everything to me and don't worry. Nobody ain't going to rob Mr. Ulysses' house while I'm deputy. So I'll see you later.
Hey, well, here, Cedric, come back here.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community now, it's evening, and we find Lum and Abner hiding behind the shrubbery in Ulysses S. Quincy's front yard. Listen.
Doggy's Lum, I'm a little skittish about this breaking into somebody's house this way.
Well, it's your own fault for calling the store a while ago and making a mistake and calling two longs and a short.
Yeah.
That's the Quincy's ring.
Well, I never got 'em up. It ain't bedtime, no way. I never meant to call 'em.
Then you hung up the receiver and nobody answered the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Makes them suspicious right off.
I'd be scared whether they was up, asleep, or what they're doing. I don't like to be breaking into folks' house.
Oh, I don't think you got a thing to worry about. Everything's all set.
Supposing Ulysses and his woman decides not to go to that party tonight, then what?
They're going all right. I hear them talking about it down at the barber shop this afternoon.
Well, supposing Cedric shows up here with that shotgun like he was talking about.
Oh, he won't be here.
Well, he overheard us yesterday talking about a couple of robbers being in town. Don't forget, I appointed him deputy town marshal, so I wouldn't have to be the deputy and arrest us myself.
Well, yeah, but you're forgetting something. Cedric's at work. He works on the night shift. He couldn't possibly be here.
Ah, Doggies, that's right.
Why, sure. That's why I said he was such a good man for you to appoint as your deputy. I told you everything was working out fine.
Doggies, that little old brain of yours is just working all the time, ain't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't like to cast compliments right in my own face, but I study things out pretty careful.
Why, sure.
I do say so myself.
Yes, sir. That thing's rattling around up there like a rock in a tin can.
Oh, we'll have that stock certificate back in no time.
Yeah. Supposing Ulysses taking the stock certificate with him, though.
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
Well, supposing they happen to notice that me and you is the only two that ain't at the party, they're going to suspicion us the first thing, though.
Well, quit supposing. No wonder you get yourself nervous.
I'm nervous and jumpy as a rabbit's nose.
We're going to be at that party. It'll take us 10 minutes to get in there and get that stock and get out. Then we go right on over to the lodge hall. Have plenty of witnesses to prove where we was at all evening.
Yeah, just hope it works out all right, Lum. I still don't feel right about breaking into somebody's house and stealing, though.
Well, we ain't stealing, I told you. We're going to take that stock certificate, yes.
That's stealing.
No, we're going to leave $30 in its place. Sort of like pack rats. He just paid $25 for it, so he's making $5 profits.
Yeah.
He can take that $5 and bet on a horse and pay about $20.90 to one, make himself a fortune.
Ulysses?
Yeah.
Doggies, I never know that.
Oh, he bets the horses.
Huh.
If he can get a tip.
Well.
No, I don't know what's worrying you. Everything's working out fine.
Well,
If we want to be honest, we could just take it and not leave nothing.
yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking. If you sure they ain't going to find out who done this.
Now, don't start that.
No, that wouldn't be right, would it?
Besides, they'll know pretty well who done it. Only thing, they just can't prove it.
Well, I don't know whether I want to do it or not, Mom, if they're going to know who done it.
Well, what do you want to do? Just let Ulysses keep that stock so the government can use it for evidence to send us to the penitentiary for selling stocks without no permit?
I don't want to go to the penitentiary, no.
No. All right, then. Just hush up.
Wouldn't have got into a fix like this in the first place if you hadn't had big ideas about a department store and selling stock to raise money and all that.
Now, let's don't get started arguing about that again. I've told you 100 or 1,000. Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
They blowed out the lamp. They must be fixing to leave.
Oh, don't get scared. That daylight's out, I mean.
Yeah, see there. They're coming out the front door. Be quiet.
Don't reckon they can see us, can they?
No, not if you be quiet.
Ulysses got that stiff collar on. He couldn't turn his head if he wanted to.
Woman's all dressed up, ain't she?
Yeah.
Sunbonnet and everything. For goodness sake, hush up.
I never said nothing. I just sneezed.
Well, don't do it again. I don't believe they hear you because they're going on out the gate. Just lucky thing they never neither.
Well, I never done it on a purpose. We ready to go on in there now?
No, give them time to get a little ways down the road. Be putting on your mask.
I've done got mine on. That's what made me sneeze.
Oh, I thought your face looked awful dark.
Oh, me, if Elizabeth finds out I cut the top off of that pair of stockings, she'll beat the daylight out of me. Them was her best Lyle service weights.
Come on, we'll see if we can't get in this bedroom window. I got a piece of automobile spring to pry it up with.
Well, the stock certificate's in the secretary there in the parlor. We're going to pry a window open. Let's try one of them. We'll have to walk plumb through the whole house.
Yeah, that's right. It would be better.
Why, sure.
You see, that's the parlor yonder there, ain't it?
I believe it is, yes.
Don't be lagging so far behind.
Well, I can't see where I'm going with this stocking pulled down over my head this way. I don't see what we want to wear masks for anyway.
Let me see it. Well, no wonder you eat it. You got the holes around the back of your head.
Oh, I thought it was an extra dark night tonight.
Here, now, you stand right here by the corner of the house.
There's a moon. Never noticed it out.
Watch the front gate while I pry this window open.
Watch it.
Yeah, and see that nobody comes in.
Oh, thought somebody might steal.
I'll be dead blamed it ain't even locked. Yeah, come on, Abner.
Well, who's going to watch the front gate?
Don't need that now.
Well, I hate to take the chance. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Mousie! Mousie Gray, is that you?
For goodness sakes, Abner, don't crack nobody's tension.
Oh, hello, who called? Who is it?
Oh, me.
It's Abner Peabody. Will you do a favor for me, Mousie?
Abner, hush up.
Why, sure, Abner. Is anything wrong?
No, there ain't nothing wrong, but I just wanted you to watch the gate for us there.
Abner, you're an idiot.
Oh, hello, Lum. What you fellas doing over here?
Oh, nothing, Mousie, not a thing. Nothing important. Just do like Abner says and watch the gate there and whistle if you see anybody coming.
Yes, any particular tune?
No, just anything you want to whistle. All right, come on, Abner. Give me a little boost here.
Boost?
Yeah, grab my foot there.
Oh.
When I count three, I shall.
Yeah, all right, I got you there.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Oh, you crazy idiot. I never meant to shove me clean through the house.
Did I hurt you, Lum?
Well, I bumped my head against something.
Oh, you're all right then.
Here.
Broke your fall.
Give me your hand and I'll help you.
Yeah. Well, pull me.
There. Yeah, that's it. Better leave this window open so we can get out in a hurry if we have to.
It's just a lucky thing that Mousie come along when he did, ain't he?
Well, it's lucky it was him and not Cedric. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see now. That secretary sits right over there in the corner, don't it? Right over about...
Hey, don't shoot! I surrender. This is Abner Peabody. Don't shoot!
Shut up, you dunce. Shut
Who
up.
was that?
It was me. I knocked something off the table there.
Oh. Oh, did I smell coal oil?
Oh, my goodness. Must have been the lamp.
Yeah, wait a minute. I'll strike a match.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You want to burn the whole house down? I've got a flashlight here when we need a light.
Well, for the land's sakes, turn it on then so we can see what we're doing. What we're doing stumbling around here in the dark if you got a flashlight.
Well, let's just get that stock certificate and get out of here. Here, you hold the light, but don't be flashing it all over the room.
I ain't trying to find the secretary here.
This is it right here.
Oh.
I reckon where he put it. It'll be in one of these pigeonholes, I guess.
Pigeonhole.
That's what these are.
Huh. Yeah.
Strange. Ulysses must put all the letters he gets in this thing here. Abner, will you hold the light up over here where I can see?
I was just looking at this photograph album there, Lum. Look there. There's a picture of Ulysses and his brother, Lige. Recollect him?
Lige?
Yeah, old Lige Quincy.
Oh, yeah, sure. I forgot all about him.
Yeah, look at that expression on his face.
Ugly.
His eyes looked as big and round as mine did a while ago when you knocked that base off. Something must have scared him when they took that.
Yeah, reckon whatever become of him.
Why, they sent him to the penitentiary for stealing.
Uh-oh.
He never did come back here.
Yeah. Who's this on this other page here?
I don't know. Look there. Oh, some of their kin, I reckon.
Yeah.
Standing there with his hand on his woman's shoulder.
Oh, he's a relation.
Yeah, he's kin. You can see that in them eyes of his.
Yeah, all the Quincy's sit down, the women stand up.
Yeah.
I know that fellow there at the mustache. That's Ulysses' woman's brother. Right. He went to the pen, too, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right, he did, yeah. Got 15 years for just what we're doing now, breaking into a house.
Yeah, Granny, that's right, ain't it? And he never liked it there in the penitentiary either.
No, he weren't at all satisfied. They got hearings from him.
Disgraced the whole family.
Yeah. That's what we'll do, too, if somebody was to come in here and catch us.
Well, even if they don't catch us, it ain't right, is it?
Well, no, I reckon. Oh, it's against the law, if that's what you mean.
Well, I mean, even if it weren't against the law, this ain't no way to get something back.
Well, this is an awful poor time for you to be thinking about that, Lum.
Well, yeah, but I just never had looked on it in that light before. Come on, let's get out of here before it's too late, Abner.
And not take the stock certificate?
No, we can talk to Ulysses and explain to him why we want to get it back.
Oh, my.
Just take chances on him not saying nothing about it. Come on, let's get out of here just as
All
quick
right,
as
fella. Hands up. Throw up your hands.
Huh?
Don't move or I'll shoot.
Wait a minute, is that you, Mousy?
Yes, sir. I had to make sure that you were actually breaking in, but, well, now I've got the evidence on you.
Well, here now, Mousy, you can't arrest us. You ain't no law officer.
Oh, yes, I am, too. See, Cedric appointed me deputy town marshal for tonight, and you're both under arrest for burglary.
Oh, my goodness.
Step lively now. I don't want to have to get rough. But if there's anything that makes me mad, it's people that want to steal. I just get so mad I can't control myself. Hurry along now before I lose my temper.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy's Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in a cell in the jailhouse. Listen.
Iron bars, stone walls. That's a fine place for a stockbroker and leading citizen like me to be in.
Oh, I don't know, Lum. It ain't so bad. Again, you get used to it. I come down here so often it sort of begin to seem like home to me. This is my favorite cell, too, right here. Miss that hot afternoon sun.
It'd be all right for you, but for me, it's nothing but a disgrace.
Well, of course, I wouldn't come down here unless I was arrested for something natural. But I mean, after you get in here, it ain't so bad.
Iron bars and stone walls.
Of course, I'll admit it is beginning to cause me a little trouble in the home. Elizabeth claims that I get myself arrested on a purpose just so that I can come down here and get away from the place for a few days. Well, when you think of it, it does give you a chance to get away for a few days.
Maybe so, but sitting around the jailhouse ain't my idea of a vacation.
Well, we won't have to be here very long, will we?
Well, I don't know. Mousy Gray arrested us for breaking into Ulysses S. Quincy's house last night. And I reckon it all depends on how far Ulysses wants to push the charges.
Oh, he'll push it. That's the pushingest one human I ever knowed in my life.
The worst part of all this is that we went to all the trouble of breaking in and then got conscience struck and never taken that stock certificate after all.
Yeah, got to thinking what we was doing was against the law, so we decided not to do it. That's when we got arrested. Shows right there it don't pay to be law-abiding, I reckon.
No, it don't. We just never ordered breaking in there in the first place. Of course, it worked out all right if you hadn't got that idiotic idea of having Mousy Gray stand out there for our lookout.
Well, I just thought it'd be safer that way. I never knowed he was on duty as deputy town marshal last night.
Well, that's something you ought to find out before you get a feller to help you break into somebody's house.
Well, he might have at least told me, the little sneak.
It's like asking a policeman to help you.
Well, I did. He was the police last night.
What'd I say? It's like it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. If I ever get out of here, I'm going to take that baseball bat and hit him on the head so hard I'll bust both his ankles.
Well, don't blame him. He was just doing his duty. Cedric had to work that night, so he had to find somebody else to take over for him.
Well, Dad, blame that Cedric then. He's the one I'm going to take the baseball bat after.
Well, don't blame him neither. After all, you was the one that appointed Cedric the deputy for that night. If you're going to take that baseball bat to anybody, it ought to be on you.
Well, Dad, blame Uncle Henry then for going out of town and making me the deputy. If he'd have been here tending to his business, we never would have got caught. He never goes 10 foot away from this jailhouse.
Well, it's too late to worry about that now.
Just the same, when that Uncle Henry gets back, I dog it, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Yes, sir, and a baseball bat, too.
Well, wait a minute. Do you realize what you said just then, Abner?
Huh?
You said, when Uncle Henry gets back.
Well, sure, I've got to wait till he gets back. Long as I'm in jail, I can't go traipsing all over the country looking
Yeah,
for him.
but don't you see what I mean? If Uncle Henry's out of town, you're still the town marshal. That puts you in charge of the jail.
Well, naturally. Dog it, that's right, ain't it?
Why, sure. What are we doing sitting in here all night long when you're running this place? Come on, let's get out of here.
Well, now, wait just a minute now, long. We can't just get up and walk out of here.
Well, why can't we? You know where the keys are, don't you?
Well, yeah, but...
Mousy was just on duty that one night. After he rested and throwed us in jail here, he handed the badge back to you and went off duty. How come me not to think of this before? Come on, Abner.
Well, now, wait a minute now, long. I can't let a couple of housebreakers steal out of jail and run loose. Somebody's liable to get robbed.
Well, now, you know better than that. We ain't going to rob nobody. We never taken a thing out of Ulysses' house.
Well, no, but we broke in. That's against the law. I was there. I seen the whole thing.
Well, you can forget you ever seen it, can't you?
Not when I'm an officer for the law, I can't. How would I feel if Uncle Henry come back and found out I'd let a couple of desperados break out of jail? He won't have no confidence in me.
Yeah, but how you going to feel if Uncle Henry comes back and finds his chief deputy in jail for housebreaking? That surely ain't going to help his confidence in you.
Oh, that's right. I never had thought about it just that way, hardly.
Sure. The only thing to do is to get out of here, Abner.
Well, now, wait. Now, let me think about this. I don't much believe I can do it. I've got to study on the while here first.
Well, you can study on it when we get back over to the store. I'll give you an extra hour for studying.
Well, I don't know now, Lum.
After all, we never taken a thing out of Ulysses' house, and you know it.
No, we never taken nothing.
We was aiming on getting that stock certificate back, but we never done it.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Maybe you two fellers ain't so bad after all.
Well, I'm glad to hear you talking that way, Marshal.
Wait a minute, though. I just happened to think of something else. You fellers broke the Quincy's best genuine cut glass oil lamp when you broke in there last night.
Yeah, I know we did. I hate that.
So if I'm going to do my duty, I've got to hold us for that. Damaging property, insulting the batteries, and all that stuff.
Well, we never broke the lamp on a purpose, though.
We done it, though. I was right there. I seen it. And you know how valuable that lamp was. Miss Quincy thought the world and all of that thing.
Yeah, I know she did.
Her mama give it to her and Ulysses as a wedding present. She's always been afraid it'd get broke some way.
I know how Miss Quincy felt about the lamp, and I'm just as sorrowful as I can be that we broke it. I wouldn't have the thing personal, but I'd still say that...
Well, I'm just going to have to hold you two, us two fellers, till we can pay for it some way. I don't believe we can do that. Miss Quincy wouldn't have sold that thing for $1,000.
Well, no, considering the sediment value she's put on it. But when you come down to the actual value of the lamp...
Well, even that would be pretty high. You can tell that thing must have cost a heap of money just by the size of it. There was the biggest worm lamp I ever set eyes on in my life.
Oh, yeah, it was big, all right.
Big
but they
as a
don't
washtub.
sell them things by size, surely.
Well, I don't know nothing about it. I just figured the more lights you put out, the more it'd cost you.
Sit right there in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Far back as I can recollect.
Oh, yeah.
You always had to lean clean over and look around it if you wanted to talk to somebody sitting on the other side of the parlor.
Oh, many's a time I've come away from there with a stiff neck from trying to hold a conversation with Ulysses and look at him at the same time.
Well, I admit we made a big mistake by breaking that lamp last night. And we ought to try to make it up to them somehow. I don't know what they'll do for heat this winter.
I don't either. They've always kept warm. The children slept underneath that lamp. Always shook down pallets for them around the floor.
Of course, there's something else we still got to do.
A brooder for them.
That's get that stock certificate back from Ulysses. That's the only evidence against us that we're looking for.
Yeah. I wish now we'd have taken that stock certificate long ago.
If we can get that back, they can't prove that we was doing nothing wrong.
No.
The only evidence against us.
Yeah. Yeah, we ought to make a deal with Ulysses, we can, but I don't believe we'll ever make a no deal of no kind with him, Lum. Not after breaking that lamp. I know we'll never do it.
Oh, I think if we explain to him why we need to get it back and try to make the best deal we can, we might get it.
No, not with Ulysses. He's stubborn-headed. He'll never deal with it.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Wait a minute. Ulysses don't know we was the ones that broke the lamp.
Huh?
Leastways, I don't think he does. All he knows is that there was somebody in there last night, but he don't know who. Him and his woman had already went to the party.
Yeah, well, of course, maybe Mousy Gray told him, though.
Well, let's call Mousy up. And if he ain't told him, why, I'll tell him not to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, we can use the phone in Uncle Henry's office. Come on, let's go in there and call him right now.
Wait a minute, ain't we locked in here?
No. Mousy forgot to lock it last night. Come on, let's get out of this cell.
I do know. Granny, I hope Mousy ain't said nothing yet. If he ain't, we got a good chance to get back our one stock certificate and keep ourselves out of the penitentiary.
Well, I'm for anything that'll keep us out of there. This place here I don't mind, but the penitentiary, that's too far away from home.
Yeah, what's Mousy's ring?
I believe... Oh, wait a minute, look who's coming.
Huh?
It's Ulysses. He must have found out.
Oh, me.
Yeah, look at it.
Howdy, men.
Yeah, howdy, Ulysses. How are you today?
Okay.
Well, good.
Say, tell me, did you fellas break our lamp?
Why, what'd you say?
What lamp?
That biggin in the parlor there. Mousy Gray said that you two fellas
too
broke
late.
it.
Well, we may as well admit to it, Ulysses. Yeah, we done it.
Okay. Here, take this.
What's this? Why, this is the stock certificate.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute here.
Yeah, you wanted it back, didn't you?
Well, sure, but we
Yeah, okay then, you got it.
Well, this is wonderful, Ulysses. I don't understand it, but how much do you want for it?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Any fellers as bigger favors for me as you fellers had.
Favors?
Yeah, busting that dadgum lamp. I've been trying to figure out some way to get shut of that tarnation thing without causing trouble in the home for 30-odd years. Yeah, much obliged.
Well, wait a minute. Come back here, Ulysses. We want to make this up to you.
Well, I ain't got time now, Lum. I got to see a man about painting my barn. I got to get that thing painted.
Well, son, dear goodness. I never got out of so much trouble so fast before in all my life.
Well, it always looks like I can let us out of here now. Come on, let's go back in the cell and get our hats.
Yeah, Granny, this is the happiest day of my life. We're free men again.
Oh,
Free.
Lord, good for us. Wait a minute, I believe you're picking up the wrong hat there, Lum.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. I just feel so good, I just wasn't looking what I was doing. So come on, what are you waiting for? Open the door.
Huh? I can't.
Huh?
That door must have slammed shut and locked itself, and the keys is out there in the office.
Oh, for goodness sake. Granny, where's the constable?
That's me. I'm in here with you.
Well, where's the justice of peace?
That's you.
Oh, help somebody. Get us out of here. Granny's Abner, I believe that's our ring.
I told his Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows back in their jot-em-down store and library. Lum is looking over the company's books. Listen.
Granny, just look at that.
Look at what? What are you doing there, Lum?
I'm checking over our bookkeeping books, and I don't like what I'm finding.
You mean about me and Grandpappy Spears keeping our checker game scores in there?
No.
Now, we ain't did that for a couple of weeks, honestly.
Well, that ain't it. That ain't what I'm complaining about. Fact is, I added a few of them scores of yours into the total debits here just to try to make this come out better, but still looks better.
Does, huh?
Still looks bad, I mean.
Oh, well, that is too bad.
So excited about that trip, I don't know what I'm saying, Harley.
Oh,
Yeah, we're in the hole, Abner.
we are.
We're way down in it, yeah.
Well, I'm standing right here on the floor.
I mean, we can't hardly pay what we owe to the wholesale house for 2 months ago. I sat down here and tried to figure out why, and you know what I found out?
Yeah, we're in the hole.
We're worse than that. Mike and I pulled the top in on us, too.
Uh-oh.
According to these bookkeeping books, we've been losing money for 4 months, hand running.
Oh, well, you can't go by them things long.
That's all we got to go by.
I don't believe in books. Never
The
did.
whole trouble is we've been neglecting the store, just letting it run down a late. Look at the pickle barrel there, for instance.
Look at it.
Yeah, I don't believe there's over 3 pickles in there.
Oh.
And every one of them's might nigh as wrinkled as Grandpappy Spears.
Hmm. You know, there's one in there that does look a little like Grandpap.
Yeah, got to pull ourselves together and get a fresh start here.
Sort of the same expression. No, I believe it looks more like old Dad Crockett.
Yes, sir, got to give ourselves a new deal of some kind.
No, I guess it is Grandpap. Yeah, see that top part there? If that ain't just exactly the shape of the back of old Grandpap's head, I'll take it.
Abner, are you listening to me?
Pickle Spears, I'm going. Oh, well, sure, I heard every word you said.
All right, what did I say?
Why, you said that Dad Crockett looked like one of them pickles there, and I say you're wrong. It's Grandpappy Spears. Now, just take another look in there.
I don't want to look in there, and that ain't what I said, neither.
Lum, Eddards, I stood right here with my own ears and heard you
Now,
say...
just a minute. Let's get into argument about that.
Grandpappy Spears.
I was telling you how we've been losing money here in the store every month. We got to do something about it.
Oh, yeah, that.
Got to do something right away, too.
Well, all right, I'll do it. I hate to so soon, though, after the last time.
What are you talking about? Last time.
Same thing you are, having me go home and see how much money Elizabeth's got saved up in the sugar bowl there in the kitchen safe.
I don't mean that.
She's gonna catch me this time just short of the world.
I don't mean that, Abner. What I'm talking about goes further back than that. More down to earth.
You mean Elizabeth's got some money buried out there in the back of the place?
No.
Why, that varmint. Lady varmint, I reckon. Holding out on me that way. I thought she'd been acting sort of suspicious or something here lately.
Well, now, wait a minute.
How'd you find out about that, Lum? Did she tell you herself?
No, of course not.
Well, who did tell you then?
Nobody told me.
Oh, just found out for yourself, huh? What were you doing? Just sort of digging around out there and just accidentally run across it?
For goodness sake.
Hi, doggies, wait a minute. What are you doing digging around in my backyard? Don't you know that's private property there? What right have you got to go snooping around there?
Well, now, wait a minute, Abner.
That dog is just getting so you can't trust nobody, neither your woman or your own business partner.
Now, listen, Abner.
Here I thought everything was going so good. Just yesterday, we were such good friends.
Goodness,
Sitting
there's
there in
Ellie
the
Pitts
jail
going down the
together.
street.
Ulysses come over and give us back that stock certificate. Never made us pay for the lamp we broke. Dropped them charges of housebreaking again us. We couldn't have had no better luck than that. There we was, happy as a lark. 2 larks. Or at least ways I thought we was. And now what did I find out? Find out my own partner and my woman are sneaking around burying all my money in the ground. Doggies, no wonder I'm so broke. That's the trouble right there.
Are you done ranting and raving?
You heard what I said.
You can't get things worse mixed up than any 10 fellers I know of.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to leave. Take myself a vacate. Get Willie the Boodler and go to Florida. Raise Everglades, maybe.
That's
what I'll do.
What you're going to do, huh?
Yes, sir. My mind's made up. By doggies, I'm going down there and plant them things. Wait a minute, what are Everglades?
I don't know for sure.
Well, they got 'em down there. I've heard Willie mention 'em. Just hope there's something good to eat, long as I'm going all the trouble to raise so many of 'em.
Well, just a minute.
Be the Everglade King of Florida.
Yeah,
that's what I'll be.
Just a minute, King.
Everglade Abner.
Where about you going to get all the money to do all this with?
I don't know what it costs an acre to put 'em out, to be
If
honest.
you'd been listening to me, you'd have heard me tell that we've been losing money steady here lately.
Why, natural. It's being buried all over the whole county.
It ain't no such a thing.
No.
You just got that mixed up, too.
How much I've got?
What I meant was that little money that little Elizabeth's got saved up in the sugar bowl ain't going to help us none. It wouldn't be a drop in the bucket.
Has she been putting it down the well, too?
No.
Doggies, now that's going far enough. That'll ruin the drinking water. And the money, too, as far as that's concerned.
No, we got to get down to something more fundamental than that. We got to figure out how to run this store and make money at it instead of losing every month.
What? You mean we've been losing money? Well, why didn't you say so?
Well, that's the general idea I've been trying to get across to you for the last couple of hours.
Oh. About how much have we lost?
Well, according to the books here, we've been losing an average of $40 a month.
$40?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's more than I make.
And we can't run a business that way. Now, Abner, we got to do something. We'd be doing good now if we could figure out how to just break even 1 month even.
Yeah. Let me see, Doggy. Let me study on that. I believe I got one idea how we could do that, Long.
Well, from what I've heard so far today, I'd rather not hear it, Abner.
Just close up the store for 1 month.
Close up?
Yes, sir.
Well, we couldn't make nothing that way.
Well, we wouldn't lose nothing either. That'd be breaking even, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, I reckon it would.
And looking at it one way, you might say we'd come out $40 ahead.
Frankly, we would, wouldn't we?
Why, sure, any time you can keep from losing $40, you're just the same as made that much. Let's just close up for a month.
You know, Abner, that might not be such a bad idea at that.
Why, of course it ain't. That'd give me a chance to take that vacate. And you could take one, too. We both need a rest, Lum. We ain't hardly been out of this store here now for I don't know how many years.
We was in jail yesterday.
Well, that ain't no rest. Well, it's a rest, but I hate to spend a vacate in jail.
Maybe it'd do us both a world of good after all. Give us a chance to sort of remodel the store and build up our stock again and all that.
Well, you can do that if you want to. I still think I'll head out to Florida. You ought to get away too long.
Yeah, maybe I ought to. Or wait a minute, though. What are we going to use for money for this vacation?
Well, we'll use the $40 we'll make by closing up for 1 month.
Oh, yeah, sure. What's the matter with me? I forgot about that. Of course, I wonder if that's going to be enough, though.
Well, I don't know. How much more you reckon we'll need?
Well, if we do it up right, really have a big vacation, we ought to have, at least $20 more.
20, huh?
Yeah.
Well, all right, just close the store for 2 more weeks, then.
Huh?
That's a half a month. Half of 40's 20. There's your $20 right there.
Granny's Abner, you got a lot higher class of ignorance in that skull of yours than I ever give you credit.
Why, sure I have. I've always known that. Come on, let's get the covering things up and get out of here, Long.
Well, you go ahead. It's something I want to do. Where's that box of Crayolas? Oh, I know.
Well, Lum, we ain't got time to sit around drawing Crayola pictures. We're going on a vacate. Come on, help me cover this stuff up.
Abner, can't you see I'm busy?
Please, Lum, let's go. It'll just be for 6 weeks. Be good for both of us. And make some money at it, too.
Don't interrupt me, Abner.
Well, what are you doing there?
You see. Get your head out of my way.
Look, Lum, we've been tied down in this store here for I don't know how long.
That's done. Follow me, Abner.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. Let's talk over this vacate.
Come along with me, right out the front door. Come on, Geraldine, you two. Scat, get out of here.
Oh. Well, whereabouts are we going? What you got wrote on that piece of cardboard there?
Oh, I just made a little sign's all. Now, lock the door, Abner.
All right. I'd still love to know what that sign says, though.
You get it hooked over the doorknob there. There it is. Read it for yourself.
Let's see. Jot 'em down store. Eddards and Peabody props closed for remodeling. Back in 6 weeks.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jot 'em Down store, broom in hand, answering the telephone. Listen.
Yes, Mom, we're back. Yeah. Yeah, the store's open for business, sure is. Oh, about 9 o'clock last night, I believe it was. No, Mom, Lum didn't get back till this morning. Fact is, I ain't even saw him yet. Oh, no, we never went together. See, Lum went up to Wisconsin to visit his Aunt Minnie, and me and Elizabeth went down to Texas to see Elizabeth's brother, Fred. Oh, he's just fine. Yeah, the young'uns are all fine, too. Doggies, wait a minute. See old Lum coming up out there right now. You can phone your grocery order in some other time, Miss Barton.
Hi, Granny
Yes,
Abner.
Mom.
Hi there, old scoundrel.
Yes, Mom. All right, goodbye, Miss Barton. Well, I don't.
Well, put her there, Abner, old boy. Yeah, let me look at you.
Yeah.
Granny, if you ain't a sore sight for eyes.
Well.
Just look at you.
Well, you just look plumb stout yourself.
Yeah.
Say, wait a minute, ain't that a new blue serge suit you got on there?
Yeah, I bought this up Sheboygan Falls.
Well, if that ain't a dandy.
Yeah, it ain't even shiny yet.
No.
Granny, how long has it been anyway?
Oh, I don't know. Seems like a year, I know that. I know there was at least a year's dust in this store when I started to sweep out this morning.
Well, sir, dust or no dust, it sure seems good to be back here. It sure does.
Yeah, it does. Say, let me see the back of that suit there. What kind of fancy stuff is that?
Oh, that's a pinch back I got on there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That is fancy.
One reason I bought the suit, I never needed it. There wasn't a hole in my other.
No, I know. It's plumb good. Well, that is pretty. Well, what all did you do while you was gone anyway, Lum?
Well, sir, I'm proud you asked me that, Abner, because while I was up there in Sheboygan Falls, I got the greatest one idea I ever got in my whole life.
Well.
Yes, sir, I just couldn't hardly wait to get back here and tell it to you.
Well, go ahead, tell me. I'm just dying to hear what it is. Just tell me.
Well, I was sitting there one day on the porch reading the Sheboygan newspaper.
Say, did I tell you I got my name in the Cleveland paper, Lum? It told about me and Elizabeth doing our best in Fred. You know, well, I got to hear something. I cut it out of the paper and brung it along with me.
Yeah, that's nice. Now, but this idea of mine...
Where did I put that thing now? I know I'm...
This idea come to me in a flash. And I knowed right away it was just the thing we've been looking for all of our lives.
I know, I've got that here something.
See, I was reading about this.
Oh, here's something, Lum. Hey, look at this. Just take a look at this.
For pity's sakes, what is it?
Well, that's a picture of me and Elizabeth.
Well, the faces look like her and you, but that's all.
Oh.
This is a picture of a couple of convicts.
Oh.
Look at them striped suits.
Yeah, I know that does. See, we had it taken that a carnival that come to Cleveland now. We never actually had on them convict get-ups. They were just painted on a big cardboard thing, and then we stood behind it and stuck our heads over it.
Oh, I see. I saw them.
Yeah, all you can see is just our faces, you know.
Yeah, I can tell now that I look at it better. Yeah, that's right, cute.
Aunt Elizabeth looks like she weighs 600 pounds, her, don't she? Look at her.
Yeah, you look 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
That's what throwed me off. No good and well, you couldn't have grown that much. Not even in Texas.
Oh, well, it's a comical picture, all right. I just can't hardly wait to show it to Grandpappy Spears. He'll just die laughing.
Yeah, well, getting back to this idea of mine.
Yeah, tell me about that. Tell me about it. Now, that's what I want to hear. Just tell me all about it now.
Well, like I was telling you, I was reading this article in the paper.
Wait a minute. There comes old Grandpappy Spears up out there. Looks just like he always did. He ain't changed a bit, I don't believe.
Granny, it's good to see him.
Well, howdy, Grandpap, old boy.
Howdy.
Come on in here, you old Billy Goat.
How are you, Grandpap?
Yeah, sit down, Grandpap. Let me tell you all about my vacation.
Yeah, I sort of missed you, feller.
Well, I know you did.
How long was you away anyway? A whole week?
Yeah, whole week? We was gone 6 weeks.
Oh, my, how time does fly. Well, what'd you all do with it all that time?
Oh, just might nigh everything you can think of, Grandpap. Lum here, he studied up the most wonderful idea that you ever heard while he was gone. Tell him about it, Lum. Tell Grandpap.
Yeah, well, I reckon it's all right to tell.
Oh, sure.
Promise you won't tell this to nobody else, though, Grandpap. No, I won't tell us so long. It's still sort of secret stuff, you know.
Yeah,
well, hurry up, tell it. Got my curiosity roused up, something wonderful.
Yeah, go ahead, Lum. I'm just dying to hear what it is myself.
Well, the way this idea come to me was this.
Yeah.
I was up there in Sheboygan Falls, visiting my Aunt Minnie.
Yeah. Go on.
Sheboygan Falls, you say?
Yeah, that's where Lum was at, Grandpap.
Yes, sir, I used to know a feller that moved to Sheboygan Falls.
Well,
Forget his name, though, right now. Charity will recollect him. Or no, wait a minute. Yeah, I believe it was Sheldon, Iowa. Yeah, that's what it was, Sheldon, Iowa. Big feller. Over 6 foot tall.
I seen a feller over 7 foot tall in a carnival down there in Cleveland. You ought to have seen him, Grandpap.
Yeah, what was his name?
Well, I don't know. I never knowed him personal. See, he was just one of them monster ostriches they had there at the carnival.
Yeah, see, the way I got this
Let me
idea.
tell you something that happened to me and Elizabeth when we was on our way to that carnival. We was walking along the street there,
Yeah, we had a carnival here in Pine Ridge while you fellas was gone.
You did?
Yeah, too bad you missed it. The little Bates boy fell off of some kind of a whirly-jig contraption they had.
Yeah, well, here's what happened to me and Elizabeth.
Broke his arm.
Better not tell Elizabeth I told you this.
In
so
2 places broke it.
See, we was walking along the main street of Cleveland there. Elizabeth was carrying a red and yellow parasol and wearing that Battenberg coat of her. Don't get, wait a minute. Yonder comes Cedric. He'll want to hear
it. It was his left arm. Best
Ah.
carnival we ever had.
Ah, there, Cedric, old boy.
Hey, welcome back to the city.
Yeah.
Howdy, Cedric. Sure good to see you again.
Yeah, guess what happened to me, Cedric?
Boy, have I got some news for you fellas.
Yeah, well, we got something for you, too,
Oh,
Cedric.
I've got some good news.
Yeah, old Lum here, he's come back with the greatest one-eye you ever heard in your life, Cedric.
Yeah, he was just telling us about it.
Yeah.
Well, it is the biggest thing I ever run up again, I reckon.
Well, good for you.
It's going to change this whole town is what it's going to do.
Change it,
Affect everybody for miles around here.
Well, go on, tell us about it, Lum. See, Cedric, he got the idea from an article he read in the newspaper. Doggy, that reminds me, too. Did I tell you that I got my name in the Cleveland newspaper, Grandpap?
Yes, sir, I know the fella once it moved to Cleveland. Tall fella.
I got the clipping right here with me. You can see it, too, Cedric. It ain't nothing.
Wait till I tell you what happened while you fellas was gone.
Where did I put that thing? I know I had
Guess
it.
what, Mr. Lum?
Inside coat.
Guess what? The war's over.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's old news by now, Cedric.
Oh, I know it, but it happened while you fellas was gone. I wanted to be the first to tell you.
Well, I heard about that up in Wisconsin the same time you did.
Well, be doggone. Is it over up there, too? Things sure get around.
Sure, I put that right in this pocket here. Right
Too
there.
bad you wasn't
Inside
down here
coat
for the main celebrating, though. Oh, the town run wild that night.
Railroad
I don't
shack.
believe things quieted down till after 9 o'clock, even.
Hey, here's something else I want to show you, Grandpap. A picture of me and Elizabeth here.
Yeah, too bad you fellers missed out on the victory celebrate. Old Dad Foss blowed the whistle on his popcorn stand for 2 hours hand running there.
Yeah, well, we celebrated down there in
Dogs
Cleveland,
is a
too.
barking, everything else.
Me and Fred tore up their telephone book and then stole it
Little
up
Bates
down
boy
the
broke his
street.
arm in 2 places. What's that you just handed me there?
Well, look at it. It's a picture of me and Elizabeth.
Oh, my goodness. Is that where you been all this time?
Huh?
What was you in for?
Well, look at the picture closer,
I
Grandpap.
never would have thought it Elizabeth. You all seem so law-abiding. But I ain't surprised about you. What was you arrested for?
We wasn't arrested. It was just something we had taken in a carnival.
Something you taken in a carnival, huh? What was that, a woman's pocketbook?
Course not.
I never thought you'd stoop that low, Eb.
Listen,
Never thought
Grandpap,
of it.
that was just
Special
a
Elizabeth.
joke photograph place at this
First
carnival.
We
Me and
had a
Elizabeth,
carnival here in Pine Ridge, and I got a job at it.
Them penitentiary suits are just painted on.
My
now.
job was to stick my head through a hole in some canvas and folks would throw baseballs at me.
Well,
Yeah, I quit the second day, though.
you did, huh?
It seemed to give me kind of a headache for some reason or other.
Yeah, sir, down there in Cleveland. Now,
Might have
me
been
and
the
Fred-
sun, I don't know.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going, Lum?
Oh, no place.
Well, come on back here now. We ain't saw you for 6 weeks.
Well, you'd never know it.
Huh? I reckon what got into him.
Yeah, sure good to have old Lum back again, ain't it? Him and all his ideas.
Yeah.
Just full of them.
Yeah, what do you think of that new idea here from Grandpa?
Oh, it's a humdinger.
Well,
Pigeon-toed humdinger. He does get ideas, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah. And I believe this is one of his best ones. What do you think about it, Cedric?
Oh, awful good. Awful
It
good.
sure was. It sure was.
Oh, just what was the idea?
Why, Well, you heard him, Cedric. Focus, what was it? Don't recollect it now, come to think of it. I don't believe that spavined-legged varmint told us. Well, if that ain't Lum for you, get them stubborn streets. Ain't changed a bit. Ain't changed a bit. Where did I put that newspaper clipping now?
I tell you about the little Bates boy broke his arm in 2 places.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I know this, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in the Jot 'em Down store. Abner is trying to get Lum to reveal his new idea. Listen.
For the land's sake, Lum, what are you doing anyway?
Huh? Well, for the land's sake.
What in the world?
Morning, Abner.
What are you building back here in this feed room?
Oh, just sort of getting things in shape. Building a workshop, you might say, for this new business we're going into.
New business?
Yeah. Want to get started as quick as we can, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Don't let nobody beat us to it. Get ahead of it.
No, of course not.
Only way to make a fortune out of something like this is get in on the ground floor, I always say.
Yeah. Well, Lum.
Huh?
Well, I guess this is sort of a silly question, but,
Go ahead. What is it?
Well, I don't reckon I ought to bring it up even.
No, go on. What is it?
Well, just exactly what is this new business we're taking up?
Oh, that.
Yeah, I don't believe I've heard about it yet.
Well, you would have if you'd have listened to me yesterday.
Huh?
I tried all day long to tell you what it was, but I couldn't get a word in edgeways.
Oh, you mean that idea that you studied up while you was on your vacay?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to stand around listening to you and Grandpap and Cedric and everybody trying to out-talk one another. Everybody telling all the worthless, non-important things that happened to them during the summer, while there I was with the biggest idea you can imagine.
Yeah, well, I'm sorrowful.
Sounded like a barnyard full of chickens with a hawk circling them.
Well, Lum, we never meant to do nothing wrong. We just proud to see everybody again, just chit-chatting.
It's all right. I'm sort of glad now I never did get a chance to tell it, because I realize it would have been a mistake to let them other fellers know about it yet.
It would, huh?
Too big a thing. Too dangerous.
Danger?
Oh, it's big, Abner.
Well, what is it, Lum? To be honest, I've just been dying of curiosity. I thought about that thing half the night. I just imagined everything, but I can't figure out what it is.
Well, I don't know where I ought to tell even you, Abner.
Huh?
I hate to take a chance on any information getting out till we're all set to go.
Yeah, well, Lum, I won't tell nobody, not a soul.
I don't know.
Honest, I won't cross my heart. Besides, if I'm going to be in on this, Lum, I'd sort of like to know what business I'm in. I'd hate to get on a train and meet some feller and have him say, "How do you do, sir? How's business?" I'd say, "Oh, just wonderful." Then he'd say, "What business are you in?" And I'd have to say, "I don't know. All I know is it's wonderful." Now, that would be plumb silly.
Well, I'll tell you what it is sooner or later, natural.
Well, that would be nice.
But for the time being,
I know this now, Lum. You just got to tell me what it is now. Tell me right now, I won't even go in on it with you. I just won't have a thing to do with it.
Well, all right. I'll give you sort of an idea what it is.
Good.
Don't go blabbing it all over town, though.
No, I promise I won't.
You see, Abner, to begin with, the post-war world is here.
It is. Right here?
Yes, sir.
That's cute. I hadn't noticed it. Whereabouts is that, Lum?
Several where. It's all around us. What I mean is that the war's over now,
Oh, well, I know that, Lum. I heard that on the radio when I was down there in Cleveland, Texas. Me and Fred got a telephone book and tore it up in little pieces and just strode that thing all up and down.
You told all about that yesterday.
Just throwed it everywhere.
But what I mean is that from now on, everything's going to be different. Scientific's world's going to go ahead something wonderful. We'll live in different kinds of houses, eat different food, use different kinds of fuel, and all that.
I hadn't heard a thing about it. What am I going to eat?
Well, you're going to hear plenty about it from now on.
If I don't start eating hay, I despise that stuff.
Do you know that somebody will have vest pocket furnaces?
Vest pocket furnaces?
Yes, sir.
Is that the business we're going into, making little furnaces?
Well, no.
Well, I'm proud to hear you say that. We couldn't sell many of them things long. Nobody wants to keep his vest pocket warm. That's plumb silly. You can't crawl in your vest pocket.
Well, that ain't quite the idea.
Keep your watch warm, I think.
Anyway, that's just one of the thousands of new things that we're going to have.
Might make a mitten furnace or a long underwear furnace. Now, that'd be a good idea right there, Lum.
I was reading the other day where we're going to have automobile tires that can get a puncture and then go 25 miles before they blow out.
Is that the business we're going into?
No, that ain't it.
Go 25 miles before they blow out, huh?
Yeah, from the place where they got punctured.
Yeah. Well, what if you ain't going 25 miles, though?
Well, then wait a second. Let me see now. What was that again?
I say, what if you didn't have that fur to go? See, that'd be 2 miles the other side of the county seat, Lum. Ain't there no chance of the tire blowing out before then, huh?
No, not according to what I read.
Looks to me like you just have to go that further. It won't work. That'd be a waste of gasoline.
Well, of course, gas rationing's off now. That'd help some.
Yeah, but it'd be a nuisance just the same. I believe it'd be a heap better to invent a tire blowout right there on the spot, Lum. Just keep them old-style blowouts. Let them pop right there.
I believe you got the wrong idea about this, Abner. I ain't sure just where you got off the track, but I know you got off there somewhere.
Well, if you insist on making them kind of tires, Lum, I'll tell you the thing to do. We'll just build tire repair shops 25 miles away from here in every direction. Get all the business there.
Well, now, just a second.
If we're going into a business, Lum, there's the one we ought to get into.
Well, we ain't going into the tire repairing or tire making, neither one.
Well, what is this big thing we're going to start up?
Well, I'm trying to tell you. You just stop interrupting.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, now, like I told you, Abner, from now on, we're practical going to be living in a new world. And a business executive that don't keep up with it's just going to be way behind the times.
He is, huh?
Oh, yeah. Way yonder behind.
On account of him having to drive so far for a blowout, you mean, huh?
Oh, no.
Go plumb past his place of work, that's what you mean.
No, on account of everything's going to be so changed. All the old ways of living are going to be out.
All of them?
Oh, yeah.
One or two I'd love to keep. I thought a lot of them. But...
You know we'll be riding around in plastical cars?
We will. Well, good for us. I'd love to ride in a car. What kind of car did you say there?
Plastical. Plastical means that it's made out of plastics. Newest thing out, you know. Be able to see right through them, just like as if there's glass.
See right through the car?
Oh, yeah. Practical, invisible, you might say, almost.
Is that the business we're going into?
No, that ain't it.
Well, that's a good thing. We ain't got room back here in this feed room to build cars, I'll tell you that right now, Lum. Besides, I think them things would be plumb dangerous, too.
Dangerous?
Why, sure. Cars you can't see running around on the streets. A feller'd take his life in his hands to just try to walk across the road yonder. Get run down, just show the world. And the worst part of it was, you'd be dead and you wouldn't know what killed you.
Oh, well, you'll be able to see them. You can tell by the license plates.
Yeah. Going to look awful peculiar. Just see a couple of license plates flying down the road with the feller sitting in betwixt them.
Well, I don't reckon the whole thing's going to be innovative.
And
we'll
here's
put a sign
another
on there and say automobile.
Well, you better put something
a flag
on there.
Or something.
If they just put one license plate on the back of the cars like they've been doing, why, fella wouldn't have a chance to get out of the way. Well, that is less than you backing up at you, I guess, if you get out of the way then. But cars that hit you ain't generally backing up.
Well, Abner, somehow or other you keep getting the wrong ideas about these post-war gadgets.
And
I'm just
here's
naming
another.
over a few things that's going to change. Now, that ain't the business we're going into. I ain't saying that.
I don't want to get in that car business. With an invisible car, how can you tell whether you're in it or not?
What I'm trying to tell you, there's opportunities all around us. Thing for us to do is to settle down here and get in on the ground floor.
Well, you'd get on the floor all right if you had one of them cars. Couldn't see the thing, you might drive away and leave yourself sitting right there on the floor or the ground. No, sir, I don't believe we better go into that business.
I never said we was going into that business. Will you quit saying that?
Well, for the land's sakes, what kind of business are we going into then?
Well, I don't know where I'm ready to tell you yet or not.
Well, I wish you would, Lum. What is it? Now, come on now, be on.
Well, you promise you won't say a word to nobody.
No, cross my heart.
See, if we're right smart about this, we can be the first one in this part of the country.
Well, I'll be the first one. If you'll tell me, I'll tell you that right now.
All right, I'll tell you. It'll be a heap easier than trying to explain it to you anyway.
Yeah, just tell it. Just tell it. Don't bother about explaining. That's what gets me mixed up when you start explaining things to me. If you just tell me, I know about it.
All right, now recollect now, this is all pretty secret stuff.
Yeah, I know, dear. Now, just tell me what it is. That's all. Just little bitty words. Just cut the words up into little
No,
pieces.
I won't have to do that.
Well, what is it?
Here, take this and read it.
Well, I can read if you... What is this thing?
That's a little sign I've got printed up.
Huh.
Going to put it over the door leading into the workshop here. Just read what it says there.
Yeah, I'm reading at it now. Well, I do. Is this the business we're going into?
Yes, sir, that's it right there.
Are you serious about this, Lum?
Why, sure, I'm serious.
Well, I dog it. That beats all I ever hear. Where's that rope?
Where's what rope?
The rope to divide up the store. I dog it. I've been partnered with you in a lot of businesses, but this is one I ain't gonna have a thing to do with. You can just include me out.
Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
I dog it, Lum. I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
But now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows back in the feed room of the Jot 'em Down store doing a bit of cleaning. Listen.
Abner, don't just stand there and get to sweeping out.
Now, don't bother me, Lum. I'm studying. I'm running stuff backwards and forwards through my head here.
Well, I want to get this workshop good and clean. Fact is, it's got to be clean if we expect to turn out good, high-class stuff here.
Yeah, well, now, Lum, there's something I want to talk to you about. I still ain't sure I want to go into this new business.
Oh, now, Abner, that's silly.
No, it ain't, no.
You admitted yesterday the only reason you didn't want to go into it was because you never understood it.
Well, I don't understand it today, neither.
Well, that ain't no excuse for not going into any business.
Well, you explain it to me, Lum. Break it up into little bitty words. Just chop 'em up little for me.
I've done tried to explain it to you 1,000 or 100 times.
Well, run through it again just one more time. I must have jumped the track there somewhere. Just kind of slow now.
It just won't do no good, Abner.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I'll study hard.
Wait till we get the business started, and then I'll explain it.
No, I've got to know right now before I go into it.
All right.
Got to know.
You know the name of the company now, don't you?
Yeah, I know that good. Let's see now, what was it? The Eddards and Peabody, the Split Atom Corporation.
That's right.
But now, from there on, I ain't got the least idea of what in the world it's all about.
Well, now, listen close and don't interrupt me this time.
I won't, I don't think.
It's as simple as this. We're going to package up split atoms and sell them.
Yeah, I know
what
that.
is so hard about that?
Well, just one little thing.
All right.
You ain't told me what atoms is.
Well, I'd rather you didn't ask that question again, Abner. Right there's where we always run into trouble with these explanations.
Well, Lum, I just want to know what it is we're selling.
Some customer come in here is liable to ask me what that junk is, and doggies, I'd sort of like to be able to tell them.
Well, don't worry about that. Besides, it ain't junk.
Well, whatever it is, I want to know what I'm selling folks.
Well, they won't ask you what it is. All they'd be interested in doing is buying as much of it as they can get.
Buy something they don't know and I don't know.
It'll sell like hotcakes, because it's the greatest stuff that ever has been discovered.
Well, I'm glad we're going to have it in stock then, if it's that good.
That's the way I like to hear you talk.
But what I want to know is, why are we selling split ones? Why don't we sell the whole ones? We could charge more for whole ones, couldn't we?
Well, the whole ones ain't no good, though.
Oh, no good, huh?
Well, I reckon they're good for something, but it's the splittings that works so wonderful. Take, for instance, split peas. We get more for a package of dried split peas than we do for the whole ones.
Doggy, that's right, ain't it? Reckon why that is?
Oh, I don't know. Just better's all.
Yeah.
Likely it costs more on account of the handwork that goes into splitting them.
Yeah, that'd be awful tedious work, especially if you're using a chopping axe. Well, are we going to split up these atoms ourselves?
Yeah, sure.
Well, why don't we get some that's done been split, Lum? Save ourselves all that trouble. I won't even split wood. I make my woman Elizabeth do that. I hate a chopping axe.
Well, that's where I figure we're going to make all of our profits, though, doing splitting ourselves.
Well, what do you use, an axe or a knife or meat cleaver?
No.
Give me another guess. Let me think. The scissors?
They're pretty hard to split, I know that.
Here, huh?
Yeah, you almost need to smash them.
Oh, there goes my foot. I'll chop it again, sort of.
I know they've got regular atom smashers. Later on, when business gets better, we'll invest in one of them.
Yeah.
Save us a lot of handwork.
Well, no, if they're that tough, Lum, I don't believe nobody's going to eat them things.
Eat them?
Of course, you might be able to boil them a couple of days with some salt pork or something. That might soften them up a little bit.
Abner, I told you 650 times you don't eat atoms.
Well, what do you do with them then?
Well, I've been trying to explain that to you.
Selling them here in a grocery store.
Well, you use them for... Well, this is different from the grocery store. This is an added department.
Oh, that's
right. You don't want to fix up the feed room. Get it clean. Get the sweep in there.
All right.
Wait a minute. I think I hear somebody coming in the store. Look through the door and see if you can see anybody.
Okay, all right.
You might have to get somebody to help us run the store while we're back here running the atom department.
No, it's just old Maud Toots, Lum. She generally don't buy much.
Oh, I'll just be right quiet, and I think she'll go away.
Maybe we ought to wait on her, though, Lum. Business ain't been so good since we opened up again.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry about that. Quick as we get to selling atoms, we'll have so much money we won't know what to do with it.
Oh, she sure is looking everything over up there.
Well, nosy. Now, it is this. Now, on the atoms, the folks can take these split atoms and use them for fuel to heat their homes.
They can.
Run their cars, run farm machinery, light up their barns.
Light them up.
Ain't no limits to what they can do with it. I've been reading up on them.
Oh, wait a minute, Lum. Look at her. That old biddy taking a whole handful of prunes, and she's beating it out of here.
Abner, come back here. Let her go. Let her go.
I'm going to put them prunes on her charge account. I'll bound you that.
All right, if you can do it, I don't care.
Put them in one handful of prunes I'll put down.
Now, do you know what split atoms can be used for?
Yeah, sure. That old thief dog that I hate.
Well, I'm glad I've got that point over to you.
What point's that?
Never mind.
Huh?
The thing for us to do now is to get some equipment in here. Sledgehammer and magnifying glass.
Sledgehammer?
Yeah, for smashing the atoms.
Well, ain't that liable to ruin them? Couldn't we just use a little nutcracker or something?
No, that's way yonder too big. Atoms are just little bitty things. Fact is, I don't even believe you can see them.
Can't see them?
Near as I can figure out, you can.
Well, law me, I ain't going to stand around here in this feed room swinging a sledgehammer or something I can't see. Folks will think I've lost the spoke out of my wheel.
Well, you see, Abner...
I know something else, too. I ain't going to be the one that holds them atoms while you swing at them, neither. Just get that idea right out of your head.
You don't need to hold them.
There's a worse one business I ever been in. Selling something you can't even see. How are we going to package them things up? We'll never know when we get the box full. Looks to me like we're going to waste a lot of them. I'll run them boxes over if I can.
You can see them with a magnifying glass, I think. That's why I said we're going to need one.
Well, what about the customers? They surely ain't going to buy a package of something they can't see. Oh, was you aiming on selling a magnifying glass with each package? Is that how we're going to make our profit?
No, of course.
Here's something else, too, Lum. Of gonna be awful easy for somebody to shortchange us, too, when we buy a batch of them things at the wholesale house. Where do you buy them?
Well, I ain't sure, but I'm finding out. I wrote a letter to the Government War Department asking them where they got their atoms.
Are they in this business, too?
Well, not exactly.
Copycat.
But, see, they used some of them split-up atoms to make them big bombs they dropped on Japan.
Well, of course, I reckon. Bombs? You ain't talking about them atomic bombs, are you?
Sure, that's what I've been trying to say.
You can count me out right now. I ain't have my thing in the world to do with it.
Well, it ain't dangerous the way I'm aiming to handle it.
Mom, Eddards, have you plumb lost your reasoning? Look what it done to them Japanese mans. Here I've been so feared of them things, I've been covering up my head of a night ever since I heard about them, and I doggy you want us to make the thing. No, sir, not me, no,
I ain't talking about making bombs.
Lum, them things would blow up this whole town and us with it.
Will you shut up a minute and let me explain what I got in mind?
I don't want to hear it, doggy. It just scares me to death to even think about it.
Them atoms that them atomic bombs is made out of can be used for other things,
oh,
too.
My goodness.
I was reading where once the fella learns how to control them little things, he can make them do might nigh anything. Run trains, automobiles, cook with them.
Them little rascals can run a train?
Sure they can. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, doggies, I can't even do that myself.
Oh, well, there's millions of things them little atoms can be used for. It's the greatest discovery since the stereoscope.
I still don't like it, Lum. No, sir, not me.
Somebody else has already went to the bother of inventing them, so all we gotta do is just learn how to make them so do them little things. Now, my idea is... Oh, I believe I heard somebody coming in the door.
I wish we weren't going into this business, Lum. I'm just plumb scared to death of it. We better not, Lum.
I wish we'd stop having all these interruptions. Oh, it's just Grandpap. He'll go away. Don't let on we're back here.
Oh, wait a minute. I believe he's heading back this way. He must
Hey, Abner!
Oh, there
Hey, Lum! Where about you fellas at?
Nobody's here, Grandpap.
Oh, there you are. Back here. What are you fellas doing anyway?
Oh, nothing at all.
Good. Like to get up a little checker game with you, Abner.
Huh?
Abner can't play today, Grandpap. Me and him's got work to do. Maybe some other time. Well, this is as good a time as any for me. Ain't got a thing in the world to do. Well, why don't you go down to the barber shop? Wait a minute. There comes somebody in the store. Why don't you go up front and wait on him, Grandpap?
Yeah, that's a good idea, Grandpap. Go up there, and you're such a good salesman. We need
all right. Maybe we
boy.
can have a game when I get done.
Yeah, all right. Now, listen, Mom, I'm awful worried about going into this new business.
Well, ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm scared to death.
Besides, if we don't sell split-up atoms, somebody else is bound to. It's a common thing.
Yeah, Lum, I just don't feel right about it. Though somehow or other, I'm just afraid we're going to get into some kind of trouble.
Well, we're too far into it now to back
No,
up.
I got a feeling.
I've done sent that letter to the War Department asking where to get atoms at and all.
Well, I just hope it don't get us into trouble.
Well, what possible trouble can it get us into?
I don't know, but I've just got a feeling.
Sir.
What is it, Grandpa?
This man out here wants to see you personal, Lum. Who is it? Well, he never said, just told me what outfit he worked for.
What outfit's that?
He says he's with the FBI. Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, doggies, Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, Jot 'em Down store. This is Lum and Abner.
And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. As we look in on the little community today, we find Grandpappy Spears in the Jot 'em Down store. Cedric Weehunt is just entering. Listen.
Come in. Oh, it's just you, Cedric. Well, come in anyway.
Yes, Mom. Whereabouts is Mr. Lum at?
I don't know. Him or Abner, neither one ain't showed up yet. I'm waiting to see him myself.
Whereabouts you reckon they're at, Mr. Grandpap?
Search me, I don't know, Cedric. Ought to be here now. This ain't no way to run a store, no ways.
No, Mom.
What's that you got there in the sack, Cedric?
Just some dynamite.
Dynamite?
Yes, Mom. Ain't but 3 or 4 sticks of it, though.
I don't care how many it is. Get it away from me. What you toting that pigeon-toed stuff around for anyway?
Well, I got it for Mr. Ulysses to blow out some stumps over there on that lower 40 of his, but now he's went out of town for a couple of days, and I was just wondering if Mr. Lum would let me keep the dynamite here in the store till he gets back.
In the store?
Yes, Mom. Mama won't let me keep it around our place nowheres.
Well, they ain't gonna let you keep it here in the store neither. Now, you better get shut of that junk, Cedric.
Well, what'll I do with it?
I don't know. Just get shut of it. Bury it. There's a shovel back there in the feed room. Go out back of the store and bury it.
Yes, Mom, I will.
That blame idiot toting something like that around with him or to have his spabbing-legged head examined. Hello, jot 'em down, store. No, this is Milford Spears talking. Abner ain't here yet. I don't know. Pretty soon, I reckon. Yeah, sure, I'll give him a message. Goodbye.
Oh, they cut down the old fire. Oh, doggies, Lum, did you hurt yourself? Oh, me, you ought not to. I swan to. Who is that, Grandpappy Spears?
Yeah, Lum ain't here.
I thought that was Lum. What's the matter with you, Grandpap? You'll break your neck stumbling over stuff like that.
You scared me, Abner.
Well, Lord, me alive. I swan to goodness. Are you hurt bad, Grandpap?
No, somebody just called you on the phone. But it's all right. They just want me to give you a message for them.
Oh, well, what was it?
Why, believe I forgot to ask them what it was.
Well,
I fell down. I believe I bumped myself a little.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. You want to watch where you're going, Grandpap. Walk right over a box.
Oh, I forgot my spectacles.
Well, I better call up whoever it was and ask them what it was they wanted.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Call them back.
Who was it, Grandpap?
Huh?
Who called?
All right, okay, I believe I forgot to ask who it was.
Oh, Lord, me alive. Fine help you there anyway, Grandpap.
Well, I ain't working here.
Doggy.
I don't have to answer your phone for you.
Well, long as you did answer. Wait just a minute. How did you get in this store anyway?
Why, the front door was unlocked. I just walked in.
Lord, me, did I forget to lock that thing again? Now, don't tell Lum about it, Grandpap. Doggy, if you don't look funny, let me look at you. I believe your eyes is crossed there. Let me see you, Grandpap.
Well, I fell awful hard.
Well, here, just sit down. I hate to laugh about it, but I never seen nobody look as funny as you did when I come in. I thought it was old Lum stumbling around here.
Well, it ain't funny, Abner Peabody.
No.
I feel.
Well, Lum told me to keep this place locked, so don't mention I left the door unlocked. See, we're working on our... Oh, I ain't supposed to tell you that, though.
Ain't supposed to tell me what?
Oh, nothing.
Well, what in the world's going on here anyways? What'd that FBI man want with Lum yesterday? That's what I come over to find out.
Well, I don't know myself, Grandpap.
Don't know?
No, see, him and Lum talked back there in the feed room, and Lum went summers with him, and I ain't saw him since.
Well, oh, me sakes, maybe he taken Lum away.
No, I thought about that, too, but I called over at his place last night, and he was home.
What did he say about the FBI man?
Never said nothing. Said he's busy reading up on something. Never want to be interrupted. Said he'd tell me everything this morning.
There's aggravatingest one humming I know. That pigeon-toed varmint. All is a secret about everything.
Wait a minute. That's our ring.
I hope it's Lum.
Jot him down, store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking.
Uneasy about myself, far as that goes.
Oh, yes, Miss Saxon. It was you the one that called a while ago. Oh, uh-huh.
Next time I'm going to lend Charity my glasses.
Uh-huh. All right, much obliged for calling. Goodbye.
Hey, you ought to ask her what that message was she wanted me to give you.
Well, she just wanted me to save her head of cabbage, Grandpa.
A head of cabbage?
Yeah, we're running short.
Told me that just this way. Why, Jimmy, look, there comes Lum, young.
Well, I believe you better leave, Grandpap. You better get out of here.
Yeah, I believe that fall addled me.
I ain't surprised, no, because I never seen nobody in my life carrying on like you are. I don't believe Lum will tell me anything as long as you're
Boy, we'll find out now.
No, this is secret stuff, Grandpap.
Uh-huh.
This is secret stuff.
Well, it's a feet country, though. Jimmy, I've got my rights.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do, Grandpap. I'll find out all I can, then I'll tell you later on. That's what I'll do.
Well, all right, but I still say this is a free
Here he comes now. Act like you're just leaving. That's the thing to do. Go on, get out.
Well, morning, Abner. Oh, hello there, Grandpap. Yeah, howdy, Lum.
Grandpap's just leaving. So long, Grandpap.
Wait a minute, what's your rush? I got some good news for us. You recollect me inviting a barn dance to visit us here in Pine Ridge?
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
I just got word from them that they'll be here Saturday night, the whole gang of them.
Well, good for them. Hooray.
We'll entertain them right here in the Jot 'em Down store. The whole town will turn out. Be the biggest event that ever happened to Pine Ridge.
Good for us.
Well, there won't be room for everybody here in the store, Lum. Some of them have to stay at home and listen to it on the party line.
Yeah, you're in a hurry, Grandpap. Goodbye.
Well, wait a minute.
No, so long. Get on out
Let me
now.
out. Half cripple me now. I've got to... Oh, for goodness sake, Daddy, you oughtn't to shove a body out of the door that way. This ain't no way to treat your friend.
Yeah, well, he's in an awful big hurry. Doggone, I just can't hardly wait till Saturday night. See Lular Bell and old Scotty and everybody. By the way, Lum, what happened? Are you gonna get arrested for something?
Arrested?
Yeah, that FBI, that feller that was here yesterday.
Oh, him? Oh, no, of course not. Everything's just dandy fine.
Yeah, well, what do you want, Lum?
Well, you recollect I wrote a letter to the War Department a few days ago asking them whereabouts a feller could get hold of some atoms, and they turned the letter over to the FBI.
Yeah.
So this feller dropped out here to see if we was up to something suspicious, like making bombs to blow up the White House or something, near as I can figure out.
Well, Lum, we ain't gonna do that.
Oh, of course not, Abner. Quit acting. What are you giggling about? We ain't gonna do that. There's one of the nicest fellers I ever met. Leastways, he was the jolliest.
Jolly.
Oh, yeah. Do you know that he laughed practical all the time I was telling him about our new business? How he's going to package up split atoms and sell them in the store?
Well, what do you reckon he's laughing at?
I know, he's just a jolly feller, I reckon.
Well,
When he left, he was still laughing. And he said he guessed it was all right for us to go ahead with our plans. I love to see folks laugh. Now, when Grandpap left just now, he was laughing.
Yeah.
I just love to see folks do that. Yeah, he said wasn't nothing to worry about.
Doggone, I'm glad to hear that. Did he say when we was going to get our first load of them atoms so we can start splitting them up?
Oh, there's something else he told me. We ain't gonna get no atoms from them.
Huh?
They don't sell them.
Don't sell them?
No, that don't matter, because I've been reading up on this subject, and I found out that there's atoms in everything. They're all around us.
Oh, my goodness, we better get out of here then, Lum.
Oh, there's nothing to be afeard of. That's just the natural way things are. Everything's made out of atoms.
Well, I'll be dad blamed. You'd never know what to look at it, would you?
But I found out the kind we need to make power are a special kind of atoms. You get them out of uranium.
Oh, well, all me, I can get a batch of them, man. Elizabeth raises them things by the dozen. Red geraniums, pink geraniums.
No, not geraniums, uranium.
Huh?
Something you dig out of the ground, near as I can figure out. Like coal or iron ore.
Iron or what?
Just iron ore.
Oh.
And what's more, we're going to start digging for it right out in back of the store.
Right out in back of the store?
Yes, sir. I seen some dirt out there that looked just like the kind of stuff they described in that article I read.
We going to start digging for it right away?
No, we got to wait till after dark so nobody will see us. I'll meet you here tonight at 9 o'clock. Don't forget, 9 o'clock.
Doggy Lum, I don't believe we're going to find anything back here at the store, especially when we don't know exactly what we're digging for.
Well, we know what we're digging for. Uranium.
Yeah, but you said them atoms was so little you couldn't see them except with a magnifying glass. How you expect to find something in the dark you can't even see in the daytime?
Well, you can see this uranium junk that the atoms is in, I think. And I believe I read something about this uranium junk shining out in the dark. So that ought to make... Granted, looky there, Abner.
Huh? Where?
Right there.
Huh?
That last shovel full of dirt you throwed out. There's something glowing there. See it shining?
Where about?
Right there in front of you. See
Well,
it?
I'll be a polka-dotted possum.
Wait till I turn my flashlight on so as we can see it better.
Yeah, turn it on, turn it on.
There. Huh. Now it's gone. Oh, well, what's the matter with me? It's only in the dark you can see it. Turning the flashlight on ruined it.
Well, I don't see nothing there except some dirt and a couple of angleworms. Wish we was going fishing, Doggy.
Well, time to go fishing now. We're on the trail of atoms. See if there ain't something hard like a rock right there where that glowing was.
I can't feel nothing. Just that dirt crumbling up.
Well, look down in the hole where you're digging. I know there's uranium around here someplace.
I wish I know exactly what this uranium junk Hi, Doggies, Lum, there is something down here.
Huh?
Turn your flashlight around this way. Yeah, that's it, right here, right there.
Well, I do know. That must be it, Abner.
It
Right
is.
there, we got it. I never expected to find a whole stick of it that way, though. Abner, we're in luck.
Well, good for us.
I tell you what we better do. Take that hammer there and pound on it once.
Pound on it.
Yeah, if it breaks up and gives off more light, then I know we're on the right track. Go ahead.
Ain't you sure it's safe, Lum?
Oh, yeah, sure. I think. Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. Here goes. 1, 2, 3.